Today, our moderator today is Kevin Gallagher, who has been in the industry for well, as long as I've been, and a few years longer. He had a long career for 37 years with Croda International, one of the leading global suppliers of specialty ingredients, and he began as a formulation chemist and retired as the first president of Global Personal Care and Actives. Kevin has served as a board of director on the Personal Care Products Council, the PCPC, and the American Cleaning Institute, and on the advisory board of the Engineering College at New Jersey Institute of Technology and the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology at Rutgers University. Has a BS degree in chemical engineering from NJIT and a certificate in financial controls from New York University. Kevin is a fellow with the Society of Cosmetic Chemists and co-inventor of 7 patents and has authored a variety of articles for industry publications. Welcome, Kevin, and I'm going to let you take over now.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Perry. You left out that I once wrote a chapter for one of the very fine books on cosmetic science that you edited. So
absolutely.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Anyway, you gave me the long build up. Unfortunately, I'm going to give shorter introductions to our speakers. But look, welcome to everybody. This is a great event. Clearly, it's a global event. If you've been watching the chat and watching people from sign in all over, we have a great opportunity here for an interchange of ideas between a classical Western approach and perhaps what might be called the classical Eastern approach to a problem or a challenge common to all of us, is how to make better products for better aging. And so we're going to do a couple of things today during the debate. We're going to give each of the speakers 10 minutes to do an opening introduction. We're going to allow for a poll before the debate begins so that we can get an idea coming in of where people's attitudes might be in favor of one approach versus another. We'll be taking a poll again at the end. I would again remind people that we shouldn't interpret consensus as necessarily meaning the best answers or that there's a winner or not. I think we'll all be winners from our participation today. I hope that I've done the introduction. Perry, if you see something I'm leaving out, you can always jump back in and help correct me. This is the first time I'm moderating one of these.
I could do that, and I think what we'd want to start with is to poll the audience. I'll start the poll when you say go.
Okay, great. So why don't we start the poll now? Then I'll do the brief introduction of our speakers, and then I'll turn it over to Dr. Lintner, who will be our first speaker.
Okay, the poll is running right now. So if you're in the audience, before the debate, we want to get a sense of what your opinion is. Which approach makes better products for aging well?
And so you may have to, people may have to click on that polling button on the right-hand side menu, the vertical menu. Perry, is that correct?
Yeah, it looks like people are clicking away. So we're getting poll numbers, and we'll run this poll for, Kevin, let it go for about a minute more.
Okay, very good. And it could be that the poll reflects kind of the traditions that we were brought up in, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if the poll is a reflection of the traditions of the audience wherever they are on the globe. And as Perry had mentioned in our introduction, that one of the purposes for the poll is to see, again, not necessarily winners or not, but to see whether or not people could influence the audience and perhaps give the audience a different concept to think about than the one they started out with. And so we'll see whether or not our speakers are able to influence the audience and when we have a look at the poll at the end.
All right, Kevin, I think people had enough time to poll, and let's just say going into this, the Eastern position, working better, is in at 36%, or 37%, and the Western tradition is in at 63%. So we're going to close that poll now, and we'll see See how persuasive our speakers are.